Yo, what's going on guys, it's Tom and welcome back to a brand new video, and this is episode number 15 of my F1 2015 live cockpit career, and we're here for the Russian Grand Prix. And as you can see, it is very wet, and it looks like it's going to be time to get the boats out because it is pouring it outside on track, and we've got a very qualifying session on our hands. And if you guys have missed the previous couple of races, then definitely recommend you go check them out in the description down below, because there is some absolutely incredible races in there, guys, and I definitely recommend you go watch them, and then you'll understand how we've got to this point. But currently, right now, Rosberg is only 4 points behind me in the Drivers' Championship, so we really need to respond to his charge later on in the championship, and we're going to try and hopefully bounce back this race with a nice bit of momentum. And after that brilliant comeback last time in Japan, we're going to see if we can try and maintain that positive momentum and try and get a good result here. And without further ado, we're going to jump straight into qualifying, and hopefully we can put our car right up the sharp end of the grid. Here we go then, through the final corner. Verstappen just put the fastest lap in ahead of us, and we're actually going to go fastest by a tenth. We're going to go a tenth faster than Verstappen and take first place. We're going to go for one more lap here, see if we can try and improve, as Bottas now goes fastest. Okay, second time around, a much better lap. Hopefully we can try and improve by a fair amount. As we come across the line, a little bit of oversteer, go up to second place, we improved by half a second. And that gets us somewhere to second place, like I said, back down to third place now, as Rosberg and Bottas both respectively improve. So I think we're going to go for one more lap here, and I think we're going to call it quits, because the track apparently is going to be dry, sorry, not dry, it's going to be fully wet for the entire session. So final couple of corners, Verstappen's going to hold us up a little bit through this final corner here. Going to come across the line, did we improve? And the answer is yes, we did by a tenth of a second, but that's going to be our last lap for the session. So worst ways, we'll qualify in third place for the Russian Grand Prix. So let's retire from the session and let's see how things shape up for the race. Okay, so here we have it then, and as you can see, Mercedes have got 1-2 in qualifying, and we're in third place, so a pretty decent starting position for the race tomorrow. But I've got to say, Mercedes have really done it well this qualifying session. They got Lewis Hamilton as a bit of a rear gunner to Nico Rosberg, so that's going to really play into their hands nicely. So hopefully it doesn't affect us too badly as we jump into the race. So we're in the race, and the bad news is it is still bloody pissing it down. So we've got rain for this race, just like I think it was Singapore, where it was like wet through the entire weekend in qualifying the race. We've got once again just pouring rain, and meanwhile the mechanics are getting soaked, but that's none of my business. We're on the grid once again, as you can see. We are behind both of the Mercedes, so fingers crossed we can keep them in front of us and keep the rest of the field behind us, because I will happily take third place. But then again, now think about it, we do sort of need to finish ahead of Rosberg this race, so maybe not. Just forget I said anything, and we need to win this race. But it's going to be tricky because just generally the forcing, I don't like the way the car handles in the wet. In qualifying, I struggle to get that third place. Obviously, I only just got it by a couple of attempts, so I'm really struggling to get this car where I want it in the full wet conditions. But hopefully, if last race is anything to go by, then fingers crossed it can all bode well for us and all go well. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the Russian Grand Prix. Right, here we go then. We're going to gear up to 5 red lights. Rosberg's placed his car quite aggressively on the start line as we get quite a shaky start. Just getting through the gears here. So far so good. We've got Williams on our inside there. I don't know what's going on. There's loads of, oh my god, there's Massa, loads of arrows I can see all around me. I'm going to get boxed in, I think, for turn 1. So I'm just going to take it easy on the brakes. Massa's trying to make it 3-wide with the Mercedes into turn number 1. Oh my god, it's getting so close. Oh, Rosberg's holding me up. I've gone to second place though. Hamilton's dropped through the field a bit, which is good news. Massa, or Bottas, sorry, have got past Lewis, so that's good news. There's a yellow flag behind. There's been some sort of crash. Can't overtake Rosberg while the yellow flags are out, which is bad news. Oh no, shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, I've lost my front wing. Oh shit, bollocks. Okay, that was not in the script. Great. I'm in some serious trouble. Oh my god, the understeer is real. I can safely say, I think that's one of the best in-laps I've ever done without a front wing. Just don't go outside the white line. Okay, for a second now I thought I was going to go outside the white line, which basically means you reset back to the pit entry. But lucky enough, we come away unscathed, and a pretty decent in-lap. Like I said, one of the better ones I've had, because I haven't actually lost that much ground. We're going to come in, we've whacked on a bit more downforce onto the car. We're going to go quite aggressive and hope that we can get a bit more cooling speed. A fresh front wing and a fresh set of wet tyres, even though they weren't ready with that wall in the first place. We're just going to start turning some laps in, hope that we can try maybe undercut a couple of cars or just raw pace. Pretty much this is just Japan basically happening again, so I'm going to hope for the best here, and hopefully we can get up to speed and find some decent pace on these full wets. The pressure is really on right now. I need to drive like an absolute machine. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Gotta keep it going. Need a fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap. Right, here we go then. This should be an easy move around the outside of Stevens, and maybe Mary as well. We can carry enough speed, which we have done. Here we go, double overtake on the Manners. Going to take the inside line for turn 4, and that is the move done on both of the Manners. Nice, quick and efficient. Here you are then, right on the back of Kvyat, who at the same time is on the back of another little train consisting of both Saabers and the McLaren Honda, as I lose the back end massively there at the final corner. But now we're going to try and get into the slipstream of Kvyat. Can we possibly line them up for a move into turn number 2, technically the normal turn number 1, but we don't normally count the kink as we go up the inside now of Danny Kvyat. Got to get nice and late on the brakes, up the inside, and job done, P17, and we are cutting through this field like a hot knife through butter at the minute, and hopefully we can try and maintain that. Right, we are right on the back of Marcus Ericsson now. I'm going to try and line him up for a move on the exit of this corner here. I'm going to try and cut back on him. Oh, no, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Okay, we'll just get him after this corner instead. Here we go. Getting a nice bit of traction there. We're going to swoop to the inside on the brakes nice and late, up the inside. And that is the move done and dusted. Jensen Button is up next. Maybe we might be able to get him into the next braking zone if we're lucky, if the straight line speed is good enough, which I'm going to hope it is, and it doesn't look like it. Maybe we can try and get him under brakes, maybe. Maybe. We're going to go for it. We're going to just sneak our nose up the inside from miles back, and we made it stick. A lovely dive bomb, textbook stuff there. And maybe Felipe Nasr as well now up the inside of this corner here. We're just going to dive our nose up the inside. Running stupidly deep. I've got the move done anyway, so up in the P14, so a very efficient lap there of overtaking, not messing about and just cutting through everyone like a hot knife through butter, like I said before. Here we are, right at the back of Maldonado. Going to get into the slipstream. There should be an easy overtake on the Venezuelan. Going to go to the inside, which will become the outside for the braking zone. Hopefully we got enough straight line speed. You're going to try and squeeze him a little bit. Take the inside line, get nice and late on the brakes. I'm going to hang it around the outside. Can I make it stick? Come on, where's the grip? Where's the grip? There we go. Got the move done. Had enough grip, luckily enough. And we got the move done. Maybe here though. Here we go. Going to try and make a move on Alonso. Just going to try and pull to the inside. Nice and late on the brakes. Up the inside. Textbook maneuver. Job done. P12 already. And I think we'll get Grosjean as signs in the remainder of this lap. Here we are then, right at the back of Grosjean. Going to get some lovely traction here. Getting right into the slipstream of the Frenchman. Going to pull to the outside this time. Going to switch sides compared to Maldonado to have the inside this time into the next braking zone. But it should hopefully play into my hands quite nicely. Going to get nice and late on the brakes without locking up. Keep it nice and cool on the braking. And we get the move done. And we're now going to see if we can try and get Carlos Sainz the same way we got Felipe Nasr maybe. Oh, no, that's not going to help. That's not going to help. Nope, maybe not. We're all over the place. Decent run through the final corner. Getting on the power, going through the gears. Getting into the slipstream of Carlos Sainz. This should be an easy move way before the braking zone, hopefully, using the slipstream. Sainz is actually quite fast in a straight line, but we are going to get him anyway. Get the car slowed down. Get the apex. There we go. Job done. And we're into the points, just like that. Right, we're on the back of Verstappen. Could we possibly get him into this braking zone? We're going to try and get into the slipstream. We're going to crank it up into rich mix. Hopefully we can try and reel him in. We might go for a little bit of a dive bomb here. Just going to try and hang around the outside. But no, Verstappen's really good on the brakes. But I'm going to come back at him. Super late move. But I've made it stick. Verstappen saw me coming. And that is him off of the list. So we're down to P9. And another fastest lap of the race. So now we've got some clear air. We're back onto the pace. And these tyres are getting a little bit old now. But they're still holding their own. And the rain is meant to stop in about 15 minutes. So it looks like we might be just standing on these tyres and trying to hang it out until the inters arrive. Right, we're right on the back of our teammate Sergio Perez. And we've got a car in the pit lane down the right hand side. I think it's Felipe Massa. So we're going to gain, looks like 2 positions here in very brief amount of seconds. Here we go up the inside of Sergio Perez, our teammate. We're going to try and get nice and late on the brakes. Perez is quite late on the brakes to be fair to him, but we're just going to go up the inside here. And that is the move done. Up in a P7, Lewis Hamilton is next on track. So things are getting interesting. The changeable conditions are definitely coming into play now. The track is drying out and the inters could not be too far away, which is good news because I might save myself a pit stop of going onto another set of wet tyres. Got Valtteri Bottas in the pit lane by the look of it, so it looks like it's going to be another position for us. Bottas is getting up to speed, but we're just about going to get him on straight line speed. We're up into P6 and our teammate Sergio Perez just pit. Right, it is time for the intermediate tyres. So here we go then, we're coming into the pit lane. As you can see, the top 6 are in, and I was actually the last guy to stay out on the full wets. So I should have probably put a lap ago for the intermediates, but the track looked too wet to me. So Bottas, who actually was in the pits last lap and we saw him, he went onto the inter, so he might make a massive undercut into the top 6. And also Sergio Perez, my teammate, also pit for intermediate, so he could be undercutting me. As you can see on the map, he's right there down the pit straight, but it looks like I might have just had a good enough in lap to stay ahead of my teammate. But we're on the intermediates and the track's trying to get dry from here on out, so fingers crossed we can still put on a dramatic end to this race and try and gain some more positions. Screw you, Lewis. I'm having the fastest lap. I've just realised Bottas is in the lead and he's holding up Rosberg and I think Vettel, so he's doing me a huge favour up front so far. Right, DRS has been enabled and I'm right on the back of Daniel Ricciardo here. I'm just going to try and get a decent exit, and this looks like I am close enough, so now I'm just going to wait for the DRS to open right about now. DRS is wide open. Here we go then. First time this race with the DRS. Here we go. We're going to try and make a move from Ricciardo up the inside. Get on the brakes nice and late. Take the inside line. And there we go. Could be dry tyres very soon, and we've got ourselves P6. I think it's time to roll the dice. I'm going to go for it. This is going to make or break the race and the championship. I'm going to go for it. I'm coming in for a set of dry tyres. I'm going to go onto the super softs and hope that this is the right call. I want to give myself enough laps to make the tyre actually work. I mean, worst way, the track isn't that wet, so I should be okay to switch it on. But it looks like Ricciardo... Oh wait, I think Ricciardo might have just retired from the race because he's not behind me no more. Either way, Massa's in the pits behind me, so if he's going to the super softs, then I've absolutely nailed this strategy call to go onto the dry tyres. So let's get up to speed, let's crank up into rich mix as soon as I leave the pit lane, and let's try and push as hard as I can on this out lap, and let's see if we can try and get ourselves a podium, which would be absolutely incredible if that was the case. Up to rich mix, there we go, going to put up into rich, there we go, got it. Now we're going to try and push this up as hard as we can to see if we can try and get ourselves a decent position. Right, fastest final sector. Everyone is in the pit lane. Here we go, up into 5th place, now 4th place. We've got people getting up to speed ahead of us. Those 4 dots on the minimap are the 4 cars that need to pass. Or maybe not, because that's a Manor, I think. Is that Raikkonen or not Manor? No, it's Merry. So Merry's going slow, but there's Kimi. They're going slow on these dry tyres. I'm going to try and breeze past Merry. And there's Raikkonen right there. The podium is right inside. I think just ahead of him is Nico Rosberg. So let's do this. We can win this race. Rosberg's just got past Bottas for the lead of the race. I can't allow Rosberg to win. We need to win this race. Here we go. I'm not wasting any time. I'm going to dive one up the inside of Kimi here. Not wasting any time, but don't give a crap about DRS zones. We are pushing to try and win this race as hard as we can. Okay, we've got a good run on Bottas here. Going to try and send him up for a cut back for the final corner. A nice line through there. Fastest lap off the race. Here we go. I'm literally out of rich mix, but I'm just going to stay in rich for now, just so I can overtake Bottas. He's got DRS on Rosberg as well. We're in rich mix. We're giving it the full beans down the straight, but we're not close enough to Bottas here. We're going to have to try and get him maybe through the exit of this corner now. Going to try and get to the power, maybe through turn 3 now. If we can get a good one through here. Let's hope we can get a nice little cutback line. Maintain the throttle. I'm just going to keep the throttle planted through here. Can I make a move? No, I can't. Alright, here we go. This is going to be it. I'm going to go. I want to double up the inside here of Bottas. Just sneak my nose in. Job done. And we should have DRS. So we should be able to stick with Rosberg. Rosberg, I think, has got DRS on that Manor. But hopefully the Manor can play into our hands. Rosberg's right there. The Manor's slowing down. I think Rosberg's going to get past. Yes, he is. It all comes down to this. The final lap of the race. And now the fastest lap from me. This is going to be the most tense final lap of history. Come on, I can do this. Here we go, DRS. I've got the rich mix up. I've got a little bit of rich mix left for the remaining part of this race. I've got DRS wide open. We've got to try and push in this final sector now. This final sector is going to be make or break for us this race. I'm going to push as much as I can. There's Rosberg. Come on. Every single corner has to be perfect. Come on. There we go. Getting on through the gears. Taking the corner. A little bit of a corner cut there, but who gives a crap? There we go. Come on. Okay, I'm going to need a mighty final 2 corners here. Get the speed. I want to go for it. I want to go for it. Oh, no. I couldn't get it. I tried to look. I couldn't get it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, that is so annoying. I could have pulled off the most epic comeback ever. I mean, I got the fastest lap, but I just couldn't get close enough. Ah, flipping hell, man. So close. I could have actually won that. That would have been unbelievable. can see a nice backwards on the first lap, last place. But I will take another second place to Rosberg. This does mean that we lose the lead in the championship for the first time in a long time. And Rosberg has taken the championship lead, so things are definitely heating up in the Drivers' Championship now. And we've only got a few races left after this, so this championship really is starting to heat up a little bit. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this series, because I'm certainly enjoying recording these races. And as you can see, it is yet again another Nico 1-2. And about 3/10 Rosberg actually get me there. But I'll take the fastest. That spoils, but doesn't really mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. And looking at the rest of the top 10, Lewis there in 5th place, Raikkonen in 4th, Bottas in 3rd, Vettel down in 6th place, and a teammate way down in 9th there. And it looks like Ricardo, yeah, he DNF'd, so Ricardo did DNF in the end there. So that's what happened to him. But let's move into the Drivers' Championship now. And we are 3 points behind Nico Rosberg going into the next race, which is Kota. So things are really starting to get tasty in the championship. Lewis Hamilton is pretty much out of the title race, as is Raikkonen, Bottas, Vettel, and Felipe Massa. So it's a 2-horse race for the World Championship in Formula 1. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the series, like I said. And if you've enjoyed this video, then please leave a like down below. And if you're new on here, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. And me guys, that's about it for this video. I've been Thomas HD, and I'll see you in my next one very, very soon. Goodbye.